matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Vikings of Honolulu taking on the Dragons of Paris. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
12, 12, 12.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Gets it downfield to Mayer. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 61 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
12, 12, 12.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally,
here we go.
You get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. Two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down and 4.
11, 11.
Now it's Burrow. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
On third down, Burrow. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Rasheed Rice. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. On the draw is Taylor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
11 MT, hey! 11 MT, 11 mighties, 11 mighties. Stop!
Again, it's Taylor. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
Here we go.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Burrow. Pressure comes and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And the Vikings first down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive. Well, a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
11 Commons.
To the air again, Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambition cautious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Richardson off the play fake. Forced out to his left. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Burrow will throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On now to punt, Brad Robbins. And how about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Well, sometimes the fake punts work out. They're fun, and you're so smart for doing it. And sometimes, Charles, what happens is an epic fail, and what we just saw was an epic fail.
And you're right about that, because the key here is the element of surprise. You have to catch a defense completely unaware that this might happen, this might occur. Unfortunately, somehow they tipped it off, or they were just well coached and on their toes.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
2 yards on the pickup.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Rasheed Rice. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dragons take a 3-touchdown lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Burrow looking to pass. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Michael Mayer, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least gotten something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get... Here he goes, right side. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Richardson will keep it once again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Anthony Richardson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Dragons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Next to score, Dragons 28, 7. Justin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
On one, ready?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And here's motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row. Maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he thought he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 36 yards on the play.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
On one, ready?
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Richardson going to change the play here. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off play action. Richardson escaping the pressure right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Ready.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well extend a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Come on, set! Panther Street! Ready.
Richardson to throw off play action. He'll buy some time right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely...
And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. It's Chuck Clark picking it off across midfield. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws. Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Richardson. This is caught. Touchdown. Rasheed Rice. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Dragons take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And they'll accept that penalty.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Let's go now. 60
They go play action with Richardson. Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Vikings 7.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st down, Richardson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Rasheed Rice. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Dragons get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Vikings 7. Dustin Hopkins set to kick
Following the
off.
touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
1-1, ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch.
1-1, ready?
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Is this set?
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point, where we're at in the 4th quarter, with how wide this advantage is, for this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put the...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball.
Touchdown, Vikings! Cortland Sutton, 28 yards. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he returns this to the 22.
Grant on the return. They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Now Richardson is going to keep it running right. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Go.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Down the right sideline, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Vikings 14.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
11 MT, Kate. 11 MT.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On one, ready?
Here is third down and 4. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 32 on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Stop.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Paris, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.